no matter what your situation is, you should be able to find joy and happiness and understand and feel that you are always loved unconditionally. Every day, all day, no matter what the situation is, you know that God still loves you. And if you can maintain that and know that you loved, know that you're taken care of, know that somebody has your back regardless of anything, then take a step back, remove yourself, allow your emotions to settle down, and let the Spirit overtake you and respond accordingly. Realistically, are you still going to get upset sometimes? Yes. But before you get too out of control, before you really lose your cool like I used to do, before you break something or hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, try to step back, call a timeout, pause for a second, and just allow your mind to collect sound. Think about what you're arguing over. Think about if you arguing and responding how you used to responding, what does it really get solved? How much does it correct the situation or add to the situation? And majority of the times, a lot of the things we do when we're allowing our emotions to rule us are not sound. We make bad decisions. We make spontaneous decisions without thinking. We do things we don't normally do. We say things we don't normally say. We say things without worrying about how it's going to affect somebody, if it's going to bring somebody down or hurt the other person. And then you end up getting two people trying to hurt people, hurt each other, and in the end, you got a bunch of hurt people, a lot of hurt feelings. Like I said, evil causes destruction. It does. But it takes longer to build a house than it does to tear one down. And if you took the time to build something and build yourself up, build your character up, then don't destroy it running off your emotions, making quick decisions. If you took a long time to build a relationship with somebody, whether it's a family member or a friend or a spouse or whatever, if you took time to build that up, then don't destroy it in one simple argument. Don't just throw it all down the drain because you're losing your cool or you're upset or you're sad about something. Don't just throw it all down the drain. Don't get depressed because of your situations or your circumstances and then feel like you want to actually seriously take your living life or end your life, commit suicide or do something that you wouldn't normally do because it took longer for you to get to where you are. And God can still use you no matter how bad off you are, how used you feel you may be, how ugly you may think you are, you're still beautiful in God's eyes, and God can still use you. If you're here listening to this or watching this, whatever you're doing, God can still use you no matter where you are, whether you in jail, on the streets, sitting in the front pew, sitting in the back pew, singing in the choir. God can use you, but He's still calling each and every one of us to better ourselves, to make ourselves more mature in our minds, let our spirits overtake us and help control our minds, to help control our flesh, help kill our flesh, remove ourselves from the equations. When we shouldn't be in the equation, we should be letting God lead us through the equations to actually find the answers. When we start adding ourselves, we add X, Y, and Z to simple mathematics, when it should be simply let God, let go and let God. And I know it's always, everything you read, the quick thing we always say is always easier said than done. And as humans, we grow and we get to the point where we don't want to sacrifice nothing. We get set in our ways. But in order for you to better yourself and get out of that cycle, like I said, God tests you. And He'll keep testing you on the same thing until you get it right. And that's not just because He's allowing you or trying to punish you. What He's doing is He's allowing you to be tested. And it may be, the devil knows your weaknesses. And he's allowing you to get tested at those weaknesses. And it may be almost to where you think is your breaking point. But he's doing that because he's showing you that this is where you need to get stronger at. And once you become stronger here, then you become another level up. And it does nothing but make the devil frustrated, mad. All of those evil emotions that usually try to overtake us, it puts the devil in those same emotions. When he's trying his hardest for us to bring us down, to take our joy, to steal your joy. He's here to steal, kill, and destroy. So when you have your joy, no matter your circumstances or what's going on with people or things around you, maintain your joy, maintain your trust in God. And even though you may be sad today, it'll get better tomorrow, but you have to trust that. Don't allow yourself to stay down, stay depressed, and stay sad or stay mad. Don't walk around holding grudges at people. It takes more energy out of you than it does to just be happy. Believe it or not, it's more tiresome to walk around frowning and mugging at somebody, holding a grudge against them. Every time you see them mumbling bad things under your breath or cussing at them every time you see them, than it would to just go ahead and apologize and just leave it be. Even if you don't want to talk to that person, just apologize and then have that off your chest, have that relief off your back, that you don't have to walk around and hold a grudge against that person. But like I said, evil things, it takes more energy than it would for you to love somebody. It's harder for you to hate and easy for you to love. And with hate will destroy something that took you a while to build up, and took a lifetime to build up. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I guarantee you drop a bomb in the middle of it, it'll tear it down instantly. And we need to remember that. God is trying to build us up and make us stronger in all aspects of our lives. And emotions is one of them. He wants us to be stronger emotionally, and so we can show those around us who don't know God yet, or who getting to know God and may be young in their maturity and early in their walk with God. We have to show them how and be examples to them on how they need to try to control and maintain and keep a sound mind when their emotions are trying to take over. So the next time you about to let your emotions run wild, regardless of how deep you get it, hopefully this will come across your mind, and I hope it comes out before you lose your cool. But if you lose your cool, as soon as you catch this across your mind, try to come back and have a sound mind. Until next time, it's FiGGa TV. I appreciate y'all for taking this time out to check this out. I hope it was a blessing to you, and I pray that you take the time to have a sound mind and try to remove yourself, control your flesh, and don't let your emotions overrule you. Let your spirit overrule your emotions, and then instead of hating, kill them with love, kill them with kindness, and watch how your joy and your happiness will grow. I appreciate y'all for checking out this anger section, this emotion session. I hope that it helped you out. And just remember, FiGGa is more than just a name. Faith in God gains abundance, and I don't mean money, but I mean abundance and blessings. It could be money, but you gain abundance of knowledge, maturity. You gain an abundance of love and power. Faith in God will gain assurance that you will know no matter what. Somebody has your back, somebody loves you, and he's not going to put more on than you can bear. And you can assure that. You can assure that if you continue your walk with God and continue having faith in God, you can be sure that you're assured entry through the gates of heaven. Faith in God will also gain achievement. You can do all things through Christ. He is almighty high and has all the power, the glory. And if you maintain your faith in God, even when people tell you you can't, believe that you can. When people say you won't, believe that you will, and you can achieve all through it. Just maintain your faith, maintain it, hold on, and like I said, you'll have abundance, assurance, and achievement. And with that, you can even say faith in God will gain ability, because you have the ability to do things that you never thought you'd ever be doing. If you would have asked me 15, 20 years ago, if I ever thought that I would have, been a minister of His Word, if I ever would have thought I'd be writing poems, writing books, writing songs, doing rap in God's house or in God's name, no, I sure wouldn't. But He gave me the ability to do some things, and I'm taking advantages of all the abilities that God has given me. And you can do the same. Don't ever get down on yourself. Don't ever think you're too bad of a person. God can take the worst of the worst and make them the best of the best. When everybody sees the worst in you, God will see the best in you and will show you to see the best in you. Don't ever think you're too low, because God takes you straight out of the valley and will take you to the mountaintop if you let him. With that being said, I hope you continue to check them out. Should be another one coming soon. I appreciate y'all taking the time. I want to thank you, and I hope and I pray that for somebody watching, that this was a blessing to them and that I helped you learn something. And it's not me, it's what God doing through me. So hopefully you're seeing the God in this and you're hearing the God in this. And like I said, I keep it real, I keep it 100. If you want to hit me up, hit me on the email, believe316llc@gmail.com. Catch y'all next time.